All right.
Yo, it could be so much worse, okay?
It could
It
be.
could be so much worse.
This could be less worse too.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.
Yeah, see, that's interesting because I've been in both positions. I've been in the position of being the person who always wants to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've also been the person who's just constantly going out all the time. So, like, I know, like, when I was younger, I was going out all the time. And my other roommate was always home. And I was annoyed, not annoyed, but I would find it, like, frustrating because I would want to sometimes be home alone and then I couldn't, you know what I mean? I mean, that's always the thing. It's always the thing. It's like, you share a common space and you want to get out and you want to just be there without it necessarily being like a hangout.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like one of the main things with me is that, like, I don't think I'd mind someone not having hobbies or sorry, my cat is meowing in the background. I'd more be like annoyed if I was like, okay, like I had a shitty day. I need to, like, watch a movie, just like fucking go in the living room and just like, and have my roommate go, amazing, like have fun, like just do it. And instead of be like, oh my God, what are you watching? You know what I mean? And you're just like, no, I don't want human skin near me now. Go away.
Right.
But you just can't. You can't do it.
Yeah.
I had my first roommate that I ever had was a chocolate hoarder.
Chocolate hoarder.
Yeah, I moved in. I was like, she seems kind of okay. Like, I don't know. It's my first roommate. And then, I opened the fridge and like half the fridge was just stockpiled with chocolate bars that had expired.
Wow.
But that had expired like 5 years ago.
Oh,
are you looking at the fly? Are you freaked out?
Yeah. No, it just won't stay still. I see it now, and it lands for a second. It is a moth. It's a moth.
All moths are fine. It's like a butterfly.
Yeah, but it's like it's making noise. It's making noise, and like.
Yo, it could be so much worse, okay?
It could be.
It could be so much worse.
This could be less worse too. Okay, sorry. So
you're sweating. I see it. Yeah. So anyway, she would come. She'd be like, "Hey, what you doing?" Oh, and she was also a self-professed film critic, but like on Facebook.
Oh.
Okay. So then she would come, and whatever I was watching, she would come, and then she would proceed to, verbally document her opinions on whatever I was watching while eating tons and tons and tons of chocolate and candy loudly in my face every time. And I was just kind of like, haha. And then for me, it was like, oh, this is what having a roommate is. And then I was like, all right. So I didn't know how to deal with it. I just remembered, like, wanting to, just tell her to shut up. But like, I couldn't, She was super sweet, but just, I think.
You're super gracious and understanding and nurturing too. So like, yeah. Did you say anything? No. See?
No, I couldn't say anything. What am I supposed to say? Like, and she didn't have many friends. And I know, that's the other thing, you're like, okay. So, and that's the thing. It's like, it's weird because you're living with someone. It's a very intimate situation. You're essentially sharing all of your intimate moments with them, even if your door is closed. You're living in the same home, so you can't. It felt weird to me to make her feel uncomfortable about that. I just kind of like silently shoved all her chocolate bars to one side of the fridge and then tried to place my food inside.
Oh my God.
I had to buy a separate cooler to keep in my room.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I know you be making your fucking stacks of weekly. Do you still do this? The weekly planning? Well, this is when you were training a lot.
When I was what?
Training. Like you always had your meals in these containers. Were you doing this at this time?
No.
No, okay.
I was not meal prepping. No. Oh my God.
Okay.
I was
See?
super into the meal prepping. Yeah.
Like,
You were so good about that. I was like, is it okay if I just fill 75% of the fridge with Tupperware? And you were like, okay. And then you were there with your like giant, like 4-gallon pots of like soup that you'd make. And we just like try to Tetris all the things into it.
yes. Well,
And like your packages of peanuts, which are like the most awkward thing to stuff into a cupboard. I remember I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to like fix it around.
you know,
I've never known anyone that eats as much peanuts as you in one sitting.
I still do. I
Do you? Amazing.
400, I'm consistent, man. You saw the real me. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Still going at it. It's protein, baby.
I'm saying, like, listen, this is what life is about. Like, and I work for it too. I don't just get the peanuts without shells.
Yeah. No, you need the shells. I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you got to work for it. It's like snow peas. Same thing. For me,
how else are you going to appreciate things if you don't have to open it up?
You don't have to twist very slightly with your tips of your fingers.
Squeeze. And you like, this applies to so many things in life. You have to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So okay. So are you? So okay. I'll ask you again. So are you? Now you're in a situation. You partnered up with the roommate.
Yeah.
And see, now I can't ask you about the future, because then you have to assume, like, no, this is forever. This is.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I never think that way. No one ever knows what's going to happen.
Okay.
But we're essentially, we're starting to look at buying property somewhere else. But
buying, see?
Yeah.
You don't go backwards from that.
Yes, you do. People get divorced all the time. Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. But you can't. You can't
but
into it. I mean,
no,
like,
I know.
No,
I know. If we got a house, there's no way, obviously, that I would ever want to leave. I mean, we're excited about it, but we're also scared. But I also have like issues with just like leaving. Once I'm comfortable in a place, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really good in this place. Like, we're super good in this place. So it's interesting because we live in essentially a 5.5, but that has no walls, like no actual full walls. Like, there are doors, and then there's like a hole between, just a big giant square between the kitchen and the living room. Mm-hmm. The living room is a double room. We sleep on that side, living room's here, and then we have a studio next to the balcony. Mm-hmm. But we took off one of the doors, and now it's just like a huge open space. Mm. So it's very airy, but to live in it with another person is interesting because you don't really have so much
a place to go and close the door and then
except the bathroom, which we do once in a while. We do what we need to do.
Jen, what are you doing in there?
Just having some me time.
Oh, yo, remember the one roommate that we had? Like, this girl was definitely afraid of me. She was afraid of me. The English girl.
Yeah.
And remember, I was like telling her, I was saying to her, we have this clock radio so that if you want to make, if you're in the bathroom, you could turn the clock radio on. And she, and she, and she was like, no, I'll just try to poop quieter. Like,
She was so cute. She
yeah,
looked like a little Russian doll, like with this little. She was so sweet.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my god, that's very funny. I can
yeah,
imagine with her accent too. I'll just put
yes.
it too quiet. Cutie.
It was you know, like yeah, it was crazy. I was trying to explain to her, no, I just meant in case you didn't want people outside to hear you, like not that I
And then she talks to her like her dad that night. She was talking to her parents like every day, and she's like, "Oh, so these people they don't like it when I put too much, too loud. They're concerned about." I
the
don't know why she has a
volume
German
of
accent.
my the volume
Like,
of
oh, no,
my
no, don't worry. Listen, I take this really seriously. I'm just gonna like not poop so loud. I just won't do it. You know, you're like, wait, you can do that? I'm like, please teach me because I need to figure this out.
Could you please wait until I'm not in the apartment to poop? And, you know, like, damn, you
It's
know?
like I'll set myself an alarm, and at 3:30 a.m., I'll just. Oh,
Yeah, there was, yeah, she didn't,
I yeah.
she didn't last very long.
No, she didn't. She was so sweet though. Yeah, I think we were a little bit intense for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't wear pants.
That apartment was way too hot to wear pants. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like even in the wintertime, we were dying. Like it was
Yeah.
hot in there.